It was quiet quitting at one point. It was the mass resignation. So now we got something else. What is career cushioning?
And now the latest employment trend is career cushioning. What the heck is this, and should you care?
Is your profession recession-proof? If not, do you have a backup plan? Well, it's high time you do. There's a new trend in town, one that could help you, me, all of us. It's called career cushioning.
Have you ever thought what the hell is career cushioning, a term that is doing rounds on internet, on LinkedIn and all career related platforms? After the entire pattern around quiet quitting, there is a new pattern around career cushioning. What is it? I am going to be unfolding it and I'm going to be helping you to actually cushion your career as well. Hi, if you're new to my channel, whenever I am actually on a holiday, I'm in a holiday in Udaipur and on a chai break, I make these really cool videos which are informational, educational and insightful in nature about your career, about MBA and about management consulting. So feel free to hit on the subscribe and the notification button so that you get notified whenever I'm making out educational content for all of you. With that, let's get started. So after the entire pattern or rather wave around quiet quitting, there is career cushioning that's taking place. And what is career cushioning? Career cushioning is almost like insurance. It's like plan B. As we all know, the world seemed to be, especially US and a lot of tech giants are getting impacted because of a global recession. There is massive firing that's taking place. And as per LinkedIn, there is a research study that employers and employees do not see each other eye to eye in the future. They do not see that happening. In fact, there was a study by LinkedIn which said that 40% of the jobs on LinkedIn are actually skill-based and not degree-based. In that world, what kind of steps should you take to actually cushion your career so that you're not taken by surprise suddenly when you're just fired by your employer in the name of global recession or in the name of restructuring of the organization? I look forward to hearing your views in the comment, and if you might need special help, more than happy to comment and help you in as much fashion as possible. And watch till the end if you want to know about career programs that can help you in career cushioning as well. So with that, let's get started. First and foremost, if you want to build a cushion for your career, you need to know how unstable your organization and how unstable your role is. So for example, recently funded organizations or organizations that have just raised 1 or 2 rounds are going to be very unstable. In fact, I know personally of a lot of edtech organization, fintech organization, which raised a lot of money during the pandemic when there was funding summer rather if not winter happening in India, and now they're almost on the verge of having a shut shop because they are not able to raise newer funding from the US or from China or even domestically as well. So that's one way how your organization could be unstable. Second could be the role as well. Whenever there is firing that happens in a funded venture, especially in series A or B or even in a seed venture, marketing professional take the biggest hit. Why? Because whenever an organization gets funded, it is the marketing that is a lever where all the money goes in. So if there's a funding winter that's going to happen, marketing department is typically the first one that gets impacted in such a scenario. So evaluate which kind of role are you sitting in. So for example, there's almost a lot of tech firing that's happening if you're in marketing, if your organization is unstable. So that's step number 1 in terms of cushioning your career. Step number 2 is diagnose your skills. You might not have taken an interview since a long period of time, and hence diagnosing your skill, taking interviews really gets important. I'm going to be putting up a free diagnostic skill link of my own organization of Schrodinger in the description box. There is one case that is absolutely free of cost. Why don't you take that case, see the final score that you see for yourself? That is a fantastic tool for you to actually diagnose your current skills. So that's point number 2 to get started in terms of cushioning your career. Point number 3, staying current with your industry trends. For example, I've mentioned this many a times. If you're solving case interviews on virtual Zoom setting, make sure that you share your screen and you do it. Don't do it on piece of paper. Gone are the world where you and I would be sitting in person and I as an interviewer could peep into your notes, right? If you're solving a case on Zoom, please make sure you share your screen, and that's how you solve the case. So that's the third thing. Please make sure you're updated with your industry trends so that you're always aware what kind of skills, what kind of projects, what kind of work is good work. The fourth one is keep your LinkedIn profile updated. I know of friends who were recently fired, and for a long period of time, they had to just waste time updating their LinkedIn profile. If you're doing good work, it is always a good practice on a monthly basis. Just keep on updating your LinkedIn profile, your LinkedIn bios, your LinkedIn description box, your LinkedIn work, even the kind of headline that you want to have, and most importantly, a photograph as well. I was LinkedIn top voice in 2021. If you want me to make a separate video on how to have a good LinkedIn profile, more than happy to make a separate video. Let me know in the comment section if there will be substantial proof of concept and substantial number of you requesting it. More than happy to consider that. That's the fourth point through which you cushion your career during such global recession. The fifth point through which you actually cushion your career is by taking up a second job. Actively, you actually go out of your way to take a second job. I know of a lot of people who have a side gig going on, and that side gig could actually become their main gig, so that you're not just left without funds, you're not just left without salary when somebody actually just asks you to leave. So it is absolutely fine. I know that I'm talking about moonlighting. Actually, I advocate against doing moonlighting with just competitors. That is unethical. I am also a founder. I am also an entrepreneur. I understand the challenges of moonlighting with a competitor. But if it is complementary sector, the organizations are not seeing eye to eye directly as competitors, then it is absolutely fine to actually have a side gig and look out for yourself, because employers will not on many instances. The sixth hack of actually having a cushion in your career is to actively look out for a job. So if you sense that you are in an unstable role, if you sense that your skills are actually not meeting the job requirement of the future, then you start actively looking out for a second job even without getting fired. So that's another thing that I would highly advise in terms of cushioning your career. The seventh point is around networking. It's time that you start warming up your leads. You should not be just waiting to be eventually get fired, so that you start then eventually networking. If you know of friends who might be in Dream, Reach or Safe firms that you may like to work, start reaching out to them, have a coffee chat with them. They could be outside of your direct first person network. They could be a second or third person network as well. Write a short message to them on LinkedIn, and that is how you could actually start warm networking even before that red day comes for you when you are asked to leave. Last but not the least, career programs. There are a lot of interesting career programs that have come up that do not just advance your skills, but actually provide you employment support and networking as well. In fact, I run personally a social impact organization called Global Governance Initiative, where we run an impact fellowship, MPP, and an alternative to an MBA program where you get 100x of the chances to get into management consulting, public policy, and product management. So feel free to check out globalgovernanceInitiative.org. Shall you want to cushion your career as well? That's my chai break with all of you, as I'm in the beautiful city of Lakes and Palaces, Udaipur. I look forward to seeing your comments, and if you find this video educational and insightful, feel free to share it with your friends so that they get to know about all the cool things that I am sharing with all of you absolutely free of cost. I'll see you very much soon. Ciao.